guys, this is Grace and welcome to my channel and welcome to process video 241 entitled Run with Timber. So this layout was created with a few National Scrapbooking Day challenges. So I guess in this video you're going to see how I try to incorporate as many challenges as I can in one layout. And I used to do this all the time because that was kind of the way that I can get out there and kind of get out of my comfort zone and learn some new things, but at the same time play with other fellow scrapbookers. I would do a lot of challenges, and most of them I would try to get one layout for and submit that for multiple challenges. Now, if you're going to do that, just make sure that they are okay with you combining it. I know some don't like that, but I think for the most part you can, as long as you just follow the rules that they have set in place. So before I move on, this specific layout was turned in for the NSD Scrapbook Generation Crop Challenge with the theme of action. It was also submitted for the Scrapbook and Cards Today magazine blog challenge, and the theme that I'm submitting it for is stamping. And then it's also for the Scrap Room Kid Club's stash challenge, which is scrap SCRAP, and that's for the month of May. So basically this layout is going to show some action type of photos, which are the photos of my youngest during a school run type of activity. And then I'm going to add some stamping to it. And then the stash challenge, basically you are to pick some supplies that would go with the specific letters of the word scrap. So SCRAP. And I'm going to go with silhouette, circle, arrows, silhouette, circle, red ink, arrows, and of course pattern paper. So usually when I try to combine multiple challenges in one layout, I usually start with a sketch because that's like an easy challenge to make something of, because it's a sketch, like it could be whatever theme and whatever photos that you have, as long as you follow the sketch. Well, I was looking at some of the challenges that had sketches, and I really wasn't feeling them for the amount of photos that I had, and so I just went on Google and looked for a sketch that I thought would look good with the photos that I have. Like I said, the photos are of my youngest. This was in 2019. They have a fundraiser every year that they call Run with Timber. Timber is the school's mascot. And what it is that the kids are usually asking for donations, and basically it's kind of like a kids marathon where they will pledge money for you to run X amount of laps. Well, honestly, we don't usually do the payment type, but the kids do participate in the Run with Timber event. And so this was his first one, and it was kindergarten. And what's so funny was that they usually just have the kids run like the whole round of the field, but this time around they had the kindergartens just run across the field, so it's way shorter. And my son was able to complete like over 35 laps, which was the funniest thing, because my two oldest, they would only be able to, I think my oldest son was able to complete at least 17 laps, and then my youngest got close to 40. It was pretty hilarious. But anyway, so that's what I am going for here. I had a ton of photos, but at the end, I'm going to actually narrow it down to, I believe, I think I had put maybe 12 around there, but I had at least 17 photos, and one of them was a 4x6. Usually I have 3x4s, but this time around I was printing some 4x6, thinking that that would be an easy one to make the focal photo of the layout. So now that I have cut out all of my photos, my papers, that's going to be the background basically, I am going to trim my photos. The ones that I'm going to put on the right will be about 2.5-inch squares. And so I'm trimming my 3x4-inch photos into that size of square. And initially I was thinking, I don't need to mat these, they're going to stand out, but you're going to see me kind of change my mind and mat them. So it did take a little longer for me to finish this layout, but I was doing this during Mother's Day. And so my family was doing all of the work that day. They were making all the meals and, basically letting me have my day. So that was a really fun, and I appreciate that a lot, that they had let me do my scrapbooking and not bothered me for the day. But so I was able to do this. So I wasn't so concerned that this was taking a long time. I was enjoying the process. That's basically what I'm saying. Now, part of, again, the prompt for the scrap is that I was going to use arrows. And so I figured I would use that to denote some kind of movement for this circle vellum. Now, initially, I wasn't thinking of doing a vellum. I just thought that I would do the arrows some other places. But the circle that I'm going to put this vellum on just made it subdued the paper a little bit so that it will be easy for me to add my title there. And I guess I could have put vellum on the other two circles, but I figured that's not going to have any title on there, and I wanted a title to stand out. Now, right now, looking at this video, I'm a little annoyed at seeing the adhesive in the back of the vellum. But now, if you're worried about that, just make sure that you put your adhesive on a place where you're not going to see through it. But I knew that I was going to put my title on there, so I wasn't too worried. But now I can see it. But hopefully that's not going to be such an issue later on once I put my title on. And then this is when I was telling you that I switched gears and did mat my photos, and I just used the backside of a single sheet of pattern paper that I don't really care for anymore. That saves me some money on buying a ton of white cardstock, because I do notice that I use that a lot, not just for matting the photos, but as you can see, I also use that as the foundation page for this layout. I feel like a white cardstock, especially if I'm using various different colored patterns, papers, it just is a good base for all of those colors. And then I'm going to put my photos there. Now I only did 6 over here. I guess I could have added another row or another column of photos, but I wanted some room for my journaling. I did pre-print my journaling already. I just used a Word document for that and then printed it on white cardstock, and then I'm going to adhere that onto the right edge of that paper. So now we have our C for the circles, our R for the red ink that I used for the stamping. We have our arrows, and then we also have our paper. So now we're just missing the S part, and that is these silhouettes. Now, I was just thinking of how I could add some theme-specific embellishments to this layout. And really, I don't have any like kid that's running or type of that idea or that theme in my sticker stash. And so I just decided to see if I have any cut files that I can create. At this point, I actually had my silhouette out for cutting some other items for other projects. And so I thought I would look, and I found this running kid image or silhouette in Google, and so I just downloaded that, and then created a cut file out of that. And then I also used I think it's called offset, where you can create basically a shadow for your image on Silhouette Cameo. And so that's what I did, and I really like the results. Not sure if the silver was a good choice as my background, but I really liked how I was able to create my own embellishments for that. And that got me thinking that maybe I could create a mini series where I make my own embellishments. I don't know. Let me know in the description box below. Are you guys interested in seeing me kind of work my way and seeing how I can make my own embellishments using the stuff that I have on hand? And if so, then I will put that in my to create video list. So I decided that I would put some fun foam on the back of all of these silhouettes, and that will give it a little bit more like like it would make it stand out a little bit more. And it also feels like it's, I don't know, there's movement in there because it's up in the air, if that makes any sense. I will be adding the other two there, but I just wanted to continue this video while I was still, while I was still working on it. I wanted to finish all of the other elements that I plan on doing for this particular page. And then once I've had all of the items there, then I will complete the adhering of the silhouette, just because you don't want to see me adhere all of those silhouettes because they're just simple things. So now I am going to stick my stickers there as part of my title. The with timber will be using the small letter stickers, and then the run will be a different sticker. And initially I had thought that maybe I can just use all the smaller stickers to spell my whole title, but I felt like one of the words from this title needed to be bigger so that it will catch the attention, it will catch the eye of whoever's looking at it, and it will draw the eye directly to the title, because I felt like a title needs to be big enough where it catches people's attention. Now, as you can see, this sticker sheet from Echo Park was running out of words, but I was very lucky that day that I had all of the words that I needed to spell the word run. Do you ever feel that sometimes, you have this particular sticker in mind that you would like to use, and then it just sucks when you don't have all of the letters to spell out your words? So I just get really excited when I find a sticker sheet that I wanted to use, and then I have all of the particular letters corresponding for that title. Another thing that I did with the silhouette was that I flipped one of them to make the image, or the little boy facing the left instead of the right. And that's just very, very, very easy in Silhouette. So maybe I'll do another video of that if anybody's interested next time. But yeah, these particular cut files were just very easy to do. And I love those kinds of projects where I can see the vision, like the vision that I had in my head is the same as what I had, is the same that I got at the very end. So, and now I'm just finishing it up with some stickers here and there, and I will add some splatter stamping here just because I felt like it needed something else, and because I had this splatter stamp out, and I really like this splatter stamp, by the way. It just makes it look like I can create some grunge look without having too much work. So I'm going to add that in 3 different parts of my layout, and then that's going to be my visual triangle. And then of course I'm going to add my silhouettes after I turn off the video, and that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this video gives you an idea, give you some ideas on how to combine some challenges if you are looking to just make sure that you follow the directions. And it's so easy to combine because you just look at if the specific challenge has products, then you can go with that, and then a sketch, and then maybe a technique. So that's kind of like a good combo to think when you're combining challenges. Other than that, I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye!